Now, there's always two sides to every story, but where does the truth lie? Our next guest explores how truth can be used and abused in society today and arms us what we need to know through fascinating examples. Welcome strategic communications consultant Hector Macdonald. Good morning, Hector. How are you?
I'm really well, Mike. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm excited to dive into this. Thanks for the advanced copy. But you say that there are 4 common types of misleading truths. What are you talking about? What do you mean by that?
Well, most people, when they think about truth, they think very much about factual truth. So they focus on, the boiling point of water, or 2 + 2 = 4. These kinds of very factual truths that we know to be absolute truth. But in this investigation of truth, I realized that there's all kinds of other statements we make in life which we would consider true as well. And those might be value judgments like it's wrong to kill. So I include subjective truths like that as well in the book. The third group is artificial truths, which is the type of truth that we've created as humans. So, for example, the definitions we give to words can be changed in interesting ways if you are inclined to mislead people.
Yeah.
And finally, I look at unknown truths, things like faith and predictions. The religious beliefs we hold, for example, are the kind of truth that many, many people hold as absolute truths, and yet we can't describe those as factual truths. So that's why I've looked at 4 different classes of truth in the book.
Well, when you talk about facts, how are facts misunderstood? And I guess context really plays into this too, doesn't it? Context is everything.
That's absolutely right. So the thing that most people don't recognize about facts is that they're incredibly complicated, and there are many different sides to any single event or fact. In truth, I start by just using a thought experiment, inviting people to think about an egg on a table, and then show all the many complex ways in which that can be looked at and interpreted in different ways. But if I give you a contemporary example, we have our top news story in London today, and I'm sure you've heard about this in the US as well, is this assassination attempt that was made on a Russian defector last week in Salisbury. Now, the English side to the story is that we've now identified the nerve agent used on this man as a very high-grade neurotoxin invented and created and only manufactured by the Russian state. So that's one truth, which gives us a certain sense of where this story is going. But the Russians have a different truth, which is, look, this man, we arrested him, we imprisoned him, he served his sentence, and then we pardoned him and allowed him to go and live in the West. So why on earth would we target him now? And that's an alternative truth, which is certainly a fact. But those 2 facts give a very different sense of the story and who might have been responsible for this man's attempted assassination.
Yeah, that's a very good example. The book is called Truth. How the many sides of every story shape our reality. Where can our viewers get this? Because it can really help us be better communicators as well.
I hope so. I mean, it should be in any good bookstore or obviously on online retailers. Hector Macdonald and Truth should get you to the right answer. It's not only to help us become better communicators, but also to be better at detecting potentially misleading truths that politicians, marketers, campaigners might use on us. And I think we have to all, as responsible members of society, take more care with the information that's passing through our social media feeds and just the conversations we have. We don't have gatekeepers like the New York Times or the BBC there anymore to tell us what's true. We have a much more fragmented media landscape, and so we need to take much more responsibility for checking the quality and truthfulness of the information that we propagate.
You're speaking my language right there, Hector. Thanks for your time this morning. We appreciate it, and good luck with the book.
Thanks so much.
You bet. Kelly, over to you.